Hey all, welcome to your zodiac reading. This is going to be a reading for Scorpio. Scorpio, this is your reading for how Pluto in Aquarius will affect your sign. So, you may be a Scorpio sun, moon, Venus, rising. But yeah, this is for you, and let's get right into it. Okay, just off the bat, Scorpio, you're gonna love this season. It's quite a contrast to what the last couple of years have been like for you. It's kind of like a second half of your life type of thing, where the first half um was very much like exploring. The first half of your life was very much, obviously, right, was very much about exploring. But even when, like, some people feel as if like they are at the stage of their life where they know things and they're figured it out, you were not doing that. You just continued to explore. You continue to learn your lessons over and over and over again. um And you also were applying the things that you were learning, in your friendships, in your relationships with family, in your relationships that were romantic, in in your relationships with colleagues or people that you partner up with for your career or for certain projects. You were just constantly taking in information with the intention to understand to understand yourself better, to understand the world better, to refine your idea about life, to refine your desires, um, to get through certain fears that you have or certain blockages that were kind of like built up in your mind or in the way that you see things. You just seem to be a continuous improvement type of person. Um, and it comes so naturally to you. I don't believe that you were even seeing yourself doing it. And so, yes, right. And so, this period with Pluto being in Aquarius is just allowing you to shine in a way that you yourself never even knew you wanted to before. It's bringing about this whole um done with school phase, like graduation phase in your life, where literally I'm seeing people throw up, like, those hats with the graduation like event and whatever, like kind of like saying like you did it, this shit for your particular path in life. It's as if there had been like this curriculum that was set for you for the first half of your life, and you have adhered to that, and you've done really well to the point where those entities, be it guides, angels, your spiritual council, um, are communicating how you're good to go, you're done, you're good to go. And this is the part of your life where things are gonna be so much smoothly than before, Scorpio. And when I say smoothly, it's a lot to do with yourself, especially with being someone who has Scorpio energy like prevalent within them. Society can kind of make you think like you need to tone it down. You're way too this. Like, look at these serpents. Yes, there's the whole you're way too sexually charged. You're way too ambitious, but in a very stealthy kind of way. You're way too able to get what you want, but in a stealthy kind of way. It's as if the way you do things were not really accepted by society, but you learned how to navigate that. You learned how to navigate society's perception of the way you are. And that education, that learning, that going about life, looking and testing at the results of, if I touch this, what do they do? If I do this, how do they react? Is it better if I do it this way? That way of living, it's done. You don't have to do that anymore. You have found a version, or you have built up a version of yourself that is able to navigate life very smoothly as oneself. If you haven't yet, you will very quickly now, due to this planetary alignment, you'll very quickly connect to people that share your energy, that share in the way that you are. And that will also allow you to feel more present in your life. It will allow you to feel more, it will allow you to experience more joy in who you are. If you ever felt as though in order to be happy, you would have to change so much of who you are, you're realizing with this planetary shift that that was just a certain course in your life. You weren't in the process of not loving yourself or of hating yourself and changing yourself because of it. No, you were in the process of actually loving yourself and finding a way to be yourself, yet still exist within society and within communities. You were finding ways where you don't have to isolate yourself in order to be yourself. And you're now about to realize that you've accomplished that. It's actually gonna, the realization of the change, the realization of you feeling different amongst the people, amongst your community, it's gonna happen very quickly as this planetary alignment begins and gets into its position. As Pluto gets into its position in Aquarius, it's gonna be so simple because the bulk of this season is not about you calibrating. The calibrating is going to happen easily. The bulk of this season is about you being within. It is about the joy that comes from this new feeling of self-acceptance, of self-awareness, of self-expansion, of it's almost as if for the first half of your life you were building your own playground. And certain energies in people were aware. And some of those energies were helping you build that playground because it's going to be for all of you. And with some, build it and they will come. Now that it's done, this energetic space that you create around you, you're going to attract certain people that with them, you're going to expand the energy and find new ways and more ways of enjoying it. Yes. Oh my God. You've got the eagle, you've got the staff. This is a very high frequency reading. So I know that you're a very high vibrational person. The Scorpios that I'm speaking to, you're very aware of yourself and especially in relation to other people. Um, and you have made it so that so many ways of being yourself are opening up to you. You're not going to be bored. Oh shit, I just realized Pluto is actually the ruling planet of Scorpio. Because I'm wondering, why does this energy feel so like it's almost pulsing? Pluto is the ruling planet of Scorpio. So obviously, there's this feeling of Pluto saying to Scorpio, I told you, I got you. I've created a place for you. You're good. And basically, this is that place. All right, Scorpio, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed your birthday season. And yeah, cool. Later. If you want to book a personal reading, all the information is in the description box.